Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on where you're listening to us from. Welcome to this platform. Today, I'm joined by a great friend of several years, and there are things I might also not know about him despite knowing him for all these years. And today, he's about to dig deep into his journey. Who is he? What inspires him? How does he set his goals in life? How did he get into entrepreneurship and everything in between? And I hope you're as enthusiastic as I am to listen to this journey and get inspired. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you one Joseph Marende Otuoko. Karibu.
Asante sana.
How have you been?
I'm well.
Yes.
I'm really excited to be here and see what's ahead for us and we have to offer to the community that's really looking ahead for this particular episode and engagement.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I also just look forward to learning a lot more because you are an inspiration to so many, not just your age mates, but even people who are older than you and those who are way younger, your siblings, the ones I know, at least I know that they really just look up to what you do. So, in just a few words, just tell us who's Joseph.
Wow. Yes, Joseph Otuoko is a child of God, born in Eldoret, that's where actually born, raised in Kitale, okay, schooled in Bungoma, and now lives in Nairobi. That is, in a simpler definition, of who I am. But what do I mean by a child of God? A child of God for me is a definition of possibilities. That when I look myself from the angle of God, it means I look myself from the angle of infinite possibilities. And so I anchor myself on that so that it becomes a guiding philosophy on how I approach life, on how I see everything. Yes.
Amazing. You've just mentioned you were born in Eldoret, raised in Kitale, then schooled in Bungoma. What exactly brought about that movement across three towns in that region?
Yes, my father was working in a place called Enamkoi. That's where they met with my mother. And we lived there for a few years. Then, in an unfortunate event, he was retrenched from government. And by the time he was leaving, I think Italy looked a neutral place for them to settle. And the fact that there were clashes, because he was born around 1991, and there had been an experience of clashes. So 93, 94, they decided, no, this is no longer the place to be. And I think Kitale was what we call a scheme. So it was a reserve place. And it was a place where accommodates every tribe. And so I think it looks a place that is natural for them to settle on. Yes.
Yeah, great. So the reason was more of the loss of the job and
Yes.
settling in a metropolitan place. But at
Very
this
true.
point, you were very young, maybe two
Yes, at 3
or
years old.
three. So
Yeah,
you started schooling in Kitale?
Yes, it's a place called Ndalu. The school I joined was Ndalu Academy. That's the place where they really shaped the person I've become today. Yes.
Great. So you went through primary school in that region before
Yes,
transitioning?
I went to primary